All right.
Okay, so the knit stitch. Your needle will go in here. Grab that loop, pull it through. Now, what I need you to notice is how my middle finger is controlling these loops that are coming off the working needle, and my index finger is controlling my yarn. Okay, I'm coming up and through, I'm grabbing that, I'm pulling it right off. Sliding the next ones forward. Let's do a few quickly in a row, and then we'll slow down again. All right, so I'm adjusting constantly using this thumb and middle finger. I'm keeping this yarn tensioned with my index finger. Through that loop, take my working yarn and simply pull it through. Through that loop, take the working yarn, pull it through. It will just automatically slip off the end of the needle. Now, one thing you want to make sure of is that you don't have it so tight that you end up making your stitches very tight. You've got to let that working yarn flow through. And that will take some time to discover your own personal method of tensioning. Some people have it wound elaborately through all of these fingers. I just sort of grab it around the pinky or even just through those fingers. That's your entirely personal knitting style that you will discover. Okay, so a few more knit stitches. Now remember, we'll be making your project in the round on a, or circular, so you won't need to stop and turn. I'm just doing this on the swatch. You'll notice now we've turned it over, you have purl stitches showing. I'm going to do one or two more knit stitches. This is knit, so through and grab, through and grab. Now to do our ribbing, we're going to alternate a knit stitch and a purl stitch. A purl stitch is basically just a backwards knit stitch. I'm going to bring this working yarn to the front. It's still controlled by my index finger. I'm coming through the back of this stitch, using the tip of that finger to wrap it and just pulling it off. Okay, this fingertip is moving the yarn out of the way. I'm coming through, I'm letting it go, grabbing it again, pulling it through. Joey, make sure it's really focused good on my fingers.
Yep.
Okay, this is the purl stitch. Now let me contrast that and I'll show you a knit stitch again. The knit stitch, your working yarn is behind. You're going through, grabbing it and pulling it through. Remember, it's behind. And here you go. Purl stitch, your yarn is in front. You're coming in the back of this loop. Grabbing this yarn and pulling it back through. So an actual rib stitch, it's going to be usually 2 and 2. You can vary that however you like. For our hat, we're going to do 2 and 2. So I'm going to do 2 knit stitches, 2 purl stitches, 2 knit stitches, 2 purl stitches, 2 knit stitches. And I'm at the end of this particular swatch. But you'll see how it's already beginning to make the pattern. You do a few more knits and a few more purls. I don't think you'll get too much beyond this in the first week. Alright? So I'm adjusting my stitches, moving my, these are called your live stitches, your working yarn. When you take this, pull it through, there's my first stitch. These are knits. Now again, with this in front, I come through the back side of the loop and take it and pull it through. That's the purl. The knit comes through the front of that loop. The purl comes through the back of the loop. So, knit, knit, purl, purl, knit, knit, purl, One more time slowly. Knit, knit, purl, purl. Okay, cut.
Okay.
My cameraman decided to stop and read the funny papers.
This video, it was cameraed by me. I don't know.